Hey guys, TommyBryson here, and 10 ways to basically save $10,000. And by the way, my favorite comments to read on YouTube are always the ones that say, Tommy, that's too simple, or that sounds too easy. It's definitely not going to work. Because in reality, the easier something is to actually do, the more likely it's going to be possible that you're actually able to do it. Like, what's the point of giving you this very complex thing you never done before, and you're like, okay, how do I do this? It's kind of crazy and super hard. You're most likely not going to do it. So I like easy things that give me results. I rather that 10 times. So do me a favor, guys. As you watch this video, if you have your ways to basically save a bunch of money, comment them down below. That way we're all sharing different ways to save money, and all of us can basically save a lot more money. So comment down below any way you save money, because I'm interested. I'm going to read the comments and I'll be down there. Now, as always, guys, smash the like button. It helps a lot. And on top of that, if you're new here, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified, so that way you keep up to date with all the content I release every single week. Now, the very first way to save some money is going to be, believe it or not, by spending some money, and that's going to be by paying off your credit card debt. Now, if you have a credit card that basically costs you around 25% APR, the interest, and you owe $1,000, per every $1,000 you actually owe, you're actually paying them around $250 per year, which basically means around $20.83 per month just in interest. Now, I say this, but in reality, the average person owes around $6,194. At 25%, that's going to be somewhere almost nearly $1,500 a year. So paying off your credit card debt might be an excellent way to actually save more money in the long term, although it might not seem like it, but it really is. It's like one of the most expensive ways to borrow money is going to be by using a credit card. So yeah, number one is pay that off. Now, number two is invest your extra income. Like, imagine, for example, if you invested 10% of your income and then that money went ahead and made you 12%, for example, in the stock market in a boring portfolio. Well, every single dollar you invested over 30 years would be around $29.96. So that basically means that over the long term, you are going to have a bunch of money. So if you make $2,000 every single month, you invest 10%, that's $200 a month at a 12% return. Over 30 years, you're going to end up with $648,732.22 by the end of the 30 years just by doing 10%. One of the best ways to save money every single year is going to be by investing money, because every single year it adds up, makes you more money, and also increases your income, and that is always great. Now, the third way is going to be keep your car a little bit longer. So if you had a new car and it's about to be done, for example, the loan in 1 or 2 years, keep it a little longer. Once you're done paying it off, keep it a little longer, an extra 5 years or an extra 10 years. Ride it around for a while. When you buy a car, buy a used vehicle. Try to pay cash for it. And this means, for example, the average person, when they buy a used car, they're paying around, if I'm not mistaken here, $430. For a new car, they're paying around $575. So what does that mean? If you're keeping your car for a lot longer and you don't have a car payment, all that is extra money to go ahead and put it, for example, towards investing or just having fun or doing whatever you want to do. And to me, that's awesome. So keep your car just a little bit longer. Now, number 4 is going to be house hack, or for example, apartment hack, which means basically if you're renting an apartment, or if you have a house with an extra bedroom, depending on where you live, and also depending on the type of person you actually are, it's okay to go ahead and say, well, I'm going to rent that extra room and get some extra income from it. That income can go towards, hey, I'll use this to pay the rent, I'll use this to pay the mortgage, or I'll use this to basically offset my cost of living, which is always awesome if you ask me. And I'm also potentially going to do this because I'm moving into a home with 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. And last time I checked, there's only one of me. So potentially I might rent a room, because 1 room is going to be for the studio, so I need 2. But 1 room I might go ahead and rent, make an extra $500, $600 a month. And that's all money for the pocket right there. Cons are, though, privacy, inconvenience, and also you don't really know this person, so you kind of have to, like, you know, make sure you actually get to know them, their credit score, where they come from, what they do, their criminal history, all this stuff. Background checks, very important before you bring somebody into your home. You don't want to wake up, I don't want to scare you, but you don't want to wake up and you're like, and this person next to you talking about like, hey, how's your night going? Can you imagine that? So yeah, you want to do a background check to make sure everything is solid. Usually college students are pretty solid when it comes to this stuff. Now, number 5 is going to be cut the bills that you basically don't need anymore, or just share the bills that you basically do need but don't want to pay for, like subscriptions. Okay, so this means if you have cable, cut that off. Magazine subscriptions, cut that off. Like it's 2022, like who still has cable at this point? And if you have Netflix, Hulu, Spotify, iTunes, whatever it is, you know, a lot of these things you just basically share them with your friends. Like they might be a little inconvenience, but no, most friends will be willing to watch you do this. Like for example, my Amazon Prime membership, once it expires, I'm done paying for that stuff myself. I'm gonna just link up with my friend and be like, hey, I'll pay you like $5 a month or like $3 a month. And then that way, you know, we can kind of do this whole thing where I get it, you get some extra cash, and then everyone's basically happy. So subscriptions and bills you don't need, cut them out, cut them out, cut them out. Not needed. It can save you a bunch of money. Number 6 is keep your phone a little longer. Where's my phone? Here's my phone right here. I actually have, for example, an iPhone XS Max, which is basically 3 generations old. And, you know, it's kind of like, well, not that cool phone, blah, blah, blah. But right now, it's 2022. We're still on the iPhone 13. And those phones go for like $1,000 or $1,100. And the Androids also. So keeping your phone a little longer where you don't owe any money on it is going to be massive. So whenever you get the idea to say, well, I can just buy the phone, Tommy, pay $30 a month and basically finish paying it off, for example, in 2 years, erase that thought from your head. Just keep your phone a little longer, save that money on the side, and when the 2 years do come, just buy yourself the same phone but used and just pay cash for it. And that way, you don't gotta worry about it. I want the iPhone 13, but I'll probably buy it like a year or 2 years from now because I bought this phone like 2 years ago. I'm gonna keep it for a little longer. Usually, I switch phones every 3 years to 4 years potentially. And whenever I buy a phone, it's used, but it's gonna be in good condition because I know basically I'm gonna keep it for a while. So, good condition, don't buy trash phones, buy good phones, but you know, you buy them used to save a lot more money. So yeah, keep your phone a little longer. Number 7, switch to a cheap phone provider and also internet provider. Now, big companies, for example, like Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T, all these companies have, for example, like the premium plans, the money-saving plans, and they always kind of like reel you in into contracts saying, hey, we're going to give you a free phone if you sign up and all this extra stuff. You know, like T-Mobile, for example, right now is like $60 for the Essentials plan and then like $85 for the Magenta plan, whatever they have with the 5G stuff. And I'm like, cool stuff, bro, but like that's a lot of money. So I switch over to Mint Mobile, not an ad, but I pay like $30, $35, unlimited everything, Wi-Fi calling and Wi-Fi texting. Basically, if I'm in another country, I can still get access to people and actually call them from here. It's like the same exact thing. They use the same towers, and I basically save hundreds of dollars. Like basically, I was paying like, I don't know, like $70, $80 for T-Mobile. Now I'm paying $30, so that's a lot of money in savings. Multiplied by 12, it's almost like $1,000-something right there just by switching my plans. And also, if you have an internet provider and you're paying for like the highest grade internet, consider like downgrading because you might not need it. So just confirm like, how much internet do I actually need? Do I actually need to have FiOS, like 1 gig up, 1 gig down? Most likely you don't, okay? I'm gonna be real here. So you might wanna go ahead and say, hey, I'm gonna cut that off and save a few extra $100 every single year, just like that. Also, number 8 is take advantage of the free money in your company. So most companies, guys, they don't do this because they love you. They do it because they save money on taxes, and they have, for example, the 401k match, which basically means, hey, if you invest money into your 401k, like cash, we will match a certain percentage of it up to a certain point. Now, to you, this is free money, but to them, that's tax savings, so everyone wins. So you get to invest money, have more money into the future, obviously, because it's free money, and they're all saving money on taxes, so you're basically happy. Same thing, awesome stuff. Great way to save money is by getting free money from your company's 401k plan, which is awesome. Now, number 9 here, guys, is going to be invest into better appliances. Now, this costs money initially, but if you're going to be in a place for a very long time, getting, for example, high quality energy saving appliances is gonna save you money, like the fridge, the stove, the microwave, the clothes washer. I can't even say that word. What's that clothes washer thing is? A laundry machine? The laundry machine. That's how you know, like, I'm such an expert when it comes to these, like, technical stuff, okay? But the laundry machine. Also, for example, getting a water filter. That way you don't have to worry about, for example, buying water bottles all the time. Like, all these things are a great way to actually go ahead and save a bunch of money, if you ask me, okay? So, and also, if you don't have money to buy new appliances or new water filters for your home, also just, for example, set up automatic, for example, turn offs on the lights. So that way you save money. So you're not worried about, hey, I left the lights on. No, they turn off automatically. I left the TV on. No, it turns off automatically. So all this stuff saves you money and electricity, thus saves you a bunch of money basically on your bill every single month, thus every single year. One thing I will say is, Tommy, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get solar for $20,000, $30,000. Make sure the math makes sense because that is a lot of money up front. And to me, personally, doesn't make any sense just yet. But in the future, it might be. But I'm not paying $30,000 to basically get solar and save like $150 a month. Like, I'm not doing it. I'd rather invest that money and make some more money if you ask me. Last one, guys. People hate this one, but it's important, okay? And it's pack your lunch, okay? So cook at home. If you spend, for example, 15 bucks a month, 15 bucks a day, work days, for example, that's $300 every single month on food. And if you're going out and party and all this extra stuff, that's also money being spent. So overall, I would just say, guys, budget your money, find things you basically lack, and also don't be just, for example, I want to save money. Also think about investing money, multiplying money, and cutting off basically all the debt. That way you can really save a ton of money. And don't save money for the sake of saving money. It makes no sense. You have to spend it, for example, on a vacation. Save money for a job. I want to save to invest. I want to save to pay off debt. I want to save to build an emergency account. I want to save for a new car. I want to save for this. Like, give your money a job so that way you know exactly why you're doing what you're doing, which is very important. But guys, that's it. That's my top 10. Comment down below and let me know exactly what your top 10 is, or what the one thing you're actually doing to save money actually is. That way we can kind of, you know what I'm saying, win-win. I get yours, you get mine, you know what I mean? So we can all save money here. That's the whole goal of this channel. But I'll see you guys next time. As always, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified. Comment down below any questions. On top of that, also, if you want to DM me on Instagram, TommyBryson. Or on top of that, also, if you want to call me, the link is down below to call me for free, by the way. And up here is more content. And right here is my face. Click and subscribe. Peace out. Long-term team is officially out.